Hey guys, we are live. Let me see. Yep, got the notification. We are live. Hi everybody. Happy Sunday. Mike, I completely understand. It was crazy weather by your house last night, and that has to play havoc with your head. I know whenever the weather goes crazy here, I get a headache. But I am glad that the storm went over you instead of through you. And I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Welcome, Danny from Griswold Family Vacay. How are you today, Danny?
Doing well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming and helping us out.
No problem.
Danny was commenting that they haven't had any tornadoes yet this year, and we've had so much down here in the southeast.
It's true.
All right, so we are going to start out today with a little bit of show and tell, just because that will give everybody a chance to come in. I have some new toys to show off this week. I have a lot more than the ones I have, but we're just going to limit it. Otherwise, we'll be here for the entire show. My first one, I got Magnum. This is his box. Chance to come in. I have some nice toys to show in his box, and somehow I am playing my stream back to me. Hold on one second. I just need to stop the other stream, which is to sit here and spin now. Yeah, this is Magnum, his box. And this is Magnum Funko Pop.
That looks cool.
He has a little Hawaiian shirt, khaki shorts, and of course his little mustache.
Looks cool,
huh? He's not a bobblehead, but his head does move. He is top heavy when he sit him down. He wants to fall over, and I think it's because of the mustache right there. And so this is Mr. Magnum. I was looking for a place to focus my Funko Pops, and I decided to focus them on my childhood, my older childhood at the moment. And the next one is from the Pops collection, and it is the MTV Award, the MTV Man on the Moon.
Did you see that one?
There's his box.
Astronaut.
You guys remember him from our childhood if you're older like me, when MTV used to have video. The back side of him.
There he is. Look. Cool.
And there he is.
You see it?
And he's standing on his little platform is an M. And it has the TV right here.
It's cool.
I'm so tiny I can't see myself. Now our last for today, and our most favorite, Smokey and the Bandit. I don't know if you guys can see it. Inside there's a little
I can see it.
You can see it?
The back of it, back in there where you can see the Trans Am emblem.
You see the
It comes out.
Oh, that's
like
cool.
a little backdrop.
Awesome.
And it's this right here.
See, look. Pretty neat, huh?
This is the top. You see the top of him? You put him up there out of the way. And there he is. Smokey and the Bandit in his car.
Yep.
In the Trans Am. I actually had a Firebird. It wasn't this year. It was a 77. It didn't have the fin on it when I was younger.
Very nice.
My first car I ever owned, which probably was not the best idea. I don't know if you can see that. It says Band 1. It's a Georgia tag.
That's awesome.
Put him upside down. His head swivels, but he doesn't come out of the car. And he has a little stick shift right there he's holding on to. And then on this side, they did the detail really well. He's even got a little watch on this side on his arm. So he's my favorite. I have a few others that I want to show off later. I'm going to save those for later. But we're going to go ahead and get started with the trivia. And on this side. Today we are doing Oklahoma. Adric won last week, or 2 weeks ago, because I wasn't here last week, and he chose Oklahoma. And there are a lot of crazy laws on the books in Oklahoma. Hey, Amy, welcome. How are you today, Amy? There are a lot of crazy laws on the books for Oklahoma, and I'm probably going to cover some of those today just to give you a warning. Some of them, knowing this ahead of time will help you answer those questions. So we're going to start with a couple easy ones. And the first one, what state borders Oklahoma to the north? What state borders Oklahoma to the north? Yeah, and the Smokey and the Bandit, I didn't live here, obviously, when he came out, but they did a 40th anniversary celebration here because they filmed it here in Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
Down on the south side.
Very cool.
Yeah, I missed it, though. So the question is, what state borders Oklahoma to the north? It is not Missouri. And if you think of any trivia questions you want to ask, Danny, feel free.
All right.
That I don't have on my lists. Because I know I don't have a lot of pop culture stuff on here.
Your list is pretty good, though. I looked through it. That's really good stuff.
Yeah, finding definitive pop culture stuff is on the internet is kind of hard because you have to make sure it's a site that is authentic.
Right.
And not just rumors. And then, yeah. So what state borders Oklahoma to the north? Thank you, Mike. Mike tweeted us out to Twitterdom. Because Mike is awesome. And I lost my timer. There it is. All right, we're going to go down to we'll do 1 minute instead of 30 seconds this time. 30 seconds goes by pretty quickly. Okay, guys. What state borders Oklahoma to the north? It is not Missouri. And Amy's got it with Kansas.
Good job, Amy.
Amy's got it with Kansas. The bombing of what building in Oklahoma City was one of the deadliest acts of terrorism in U.S. history? The bombing of what building in Oklahoma City was one of the deadliest acts of terrorism in U.S. history?
The memorial got vandalized, Rhonda, last week.
The one that we're talking about now?
Yep. Made us pretty upset.
I bet. I think everything got vandalized in the last week.
Seems that way.
Mm-hmm. Sadly. Is this building the FBI building? Danny?
I think it's man. I know it's a federal building. I know it is a federal building. I don't know if it's necessarily an FBI building.
Let me Google that.
I know it used to work a lot with like immigration and stuff like that. But as far as being an FBI, I'm not real sure if it is. I don't think it is. But she's on the right track with saying it's a federal building because it was indeed that.
Okay, the building was designed by architects Horton and Locke using reinforced concrete in 1977 at a cost of $14.5 million. It was named for a federal judge who was an Oklahoma native, and it opened on March 2nd in 1977. Social Security regional offices, HUD, Secret Service, the VA,
Right.
DEA, ATF, recruiting offices for the military, and a daycare center.
Right.
So not the FBI. But close.
Had a guy I went to high school with whose mom passed away in the bombing. It's hard, here to not know somebody that was affected by that in some sort of way.
Yeah. Can you think more of a better descriptor of it, Amy? If you get close, we'll give it to you. Let's see. I honestly couldn't think this up either. There's a lot of these in here that I wouldn't know. Wow, it's been 25 years already.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Mike, it's in Oklahoma. All right. Timer going up. That worked last time. The bombing of what building in Oklahoma City was one of the deadliest acts of terrorism in U.S. history? It is a federal building named after a federal judge native to Oklahoma. Mike, sometimes I think you might just blame things on your speak to text. I'm just kidding. And it is not a courthouse. It has the DEA, the ATF, people like that in it. So there you go, Mike. In that one, Mike, I can tell what you tried to say.
Yeah, you got it.
It is the Alfred P. Murrah, M-U-R-R-A-H, Federal Building. That's interesting. My watch started to go off. Okay.
Good job, Mike.
All right. Oklahoma is the 5th largest producer in the United States of what energy-related product?
Can you tell her about those, like,
Oklahoma
guns?
is the 5th largest producer in the U.S. of what energy-related product?
Anybody there? Go ahead.
Murtaugh is, oh my gosh, Lethal Weapon. But you were close, Amy, and I would have given it to you if Mike hadn't already gotten it. Oklahoma is the 5th largest producer in the U.S. of what energy-related product? It is not wind. Although that is a very, very good guess. The 5th largest producer in the U.S. of what energy-related product? Not solar. And Mike gets it with oil, specifically crude oil, because they have to refine it after it comes out. And going back to our previous question, what are the names of the 2 men who blew up the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City bombing of April 19th, 1995? Last names or first names are fine. You get a point for each one you get. What are the names of the 2 men who blew up the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City bombing of April 19th, 1995? You running away, Mike? Have a good day. Stay safe down there. I know it's still storming in some places. I have the Weather Channel on my TV. Both their first names begin with a T. Both of their first names begin with a T. Ah, Mike's got it. Timothy McVeigh and Terry Nichols.
Where is Edric?
Really?
He's sleeping.
Where is he?
Sleeping.
Sleeping.
He stayed up all night.
Stayed up all night.
Ah.
Watching.
What is the lowest? Go ahead.
He was watching some show on Netflix.
Ah. Yeah, that's easy to do. Start watching something on TV, and next thing you know, it's like 3 days later.
I never watch TV shows. I just watch movies and YouTube now.
You do? Oh.
Yeah, TV shows are what get you, especially if they've got a lot of seasons to them.
Yeah, that's true.
What is the lowest recorded temperature for Oklahoma in Fahrenheit? What is the lowest recorded temperature for Oklahoma?
Yesterday we watched Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog, yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah.
I saw the trailer the other day and it looked interesting.
I saw the trailer too.
And that's what made you want to watch it?
Yeah.
Because you saw the trailer. That was pretty good.
Yeah, we got a new 4K Ultra HD for the office, so I can use it with editing my 4K videos. And I was watching the trailers for the 4K stuff on there, and it looked really neat.
Yeah. So the actor James Marsden, is that his name?
Marsden.
Yeah, he's actually from our state as well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now he's got a ton of degrees. And Mike's got it at minus 31. It was at Nowata. Is that how you pronounce that? Nowata?
Right.
On February 10th, 2011. So what's the highest recorded temperature? The highest recorded temperature. Yeah, I was like, Jim Carrey's in that? I didn't even know he was still doing things recently. I haven't seen him for very, very often.
Right.
And he plays the bad guy.
Yeah.
From the looks of the trailer, anyway.
You're right. He does. Huh. Jim Carrey is the bad guy.
What is Oklahoma's highest recorded temperature? That's early in the summer for that high of a temperature.
Weather is crazy here. You can go from raining to sunny to hot to cold all within the same day. It's crazy.
It's kind of like that here and in Ohio as well.
Oh, really?
And Mike's got it with 120 degrees.
Job, Mike.
Oh, wow. Is he okay? Well, I mean, as far as being shot is going to be okay. I mean, is he going to be okay?
Wide receiver for the Patriots. Oh, man. I wonder which one it was. They don't have many left.
So where does Oklahoma rank as far as size with the rest of the U.S. states from 1 to 50? Where does Oklahoma rank as far as size with the rest of the United States? Somewhere between 1 and 50. We're not including territories because they're small. Oh, wow. I'll have to look that up later. I haven't watched the news. I've been watching the Weather Channel. Hey, Avery, welcome to the stream.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
And Amy's got it with 20.
Who had it?
It might be
Amy?
Amy.
Okay.
It's the 20th largest state. Mike's got competition now. Mike and Amy.
I'll be interested to see how much Avery knows about Oklahoma. He knows a ton about everything else, I'll tell you that.
Oh, I know. I've seen him. Him and Tina, if they come into the trivia games, it's just like, forget about it. French explorers claimed what is now Oklahoma in the 1700s, and it was under French rule until it was purchased by the United States in the what? French explorers claimed what is now Oklahoma in the 1700s, and it was under French rule until it was purchased by the United States in the what? Well, I'm glad you came to visit us either way, Avery. I'm stuck to my chair. If you want to come back and watch, we did a show and tell at the beginning. I have some new Funko Pops that are really cool. And Avery gets it with the Louisiana Purchase. Or as some might say, the Louisiana Purchase. What city in Oklahoma is home to the largest airline maintenance base in the world? What city in Oklahoma is home to the largest airline maintenance base in the world? I'm trying to lose my voice. Oh, I forgot to show my Winnie the Poohs. Oh well, we'll do those another time. Did I show my Winnie the Poohs last time?
You showed the canisters. Is that what you're talking about?
Okay. No, I got a play set. I got a play set from Disney. I'll have to show that next time. And Avery gets it with Tulsa. Let's see. In 1930, what drove thousands of small farmers into poverty? In 1930, what drove thousands of small farmers into poverty? And Avery, if you win trivia, you get to decide what our next trivia subject is going to be. We try to stick to states or cities, states. But once you win 2, then you get to choose whatever you want. And Avery gets that with the Dust Bowl. Dust Bowl. How many of Oklahoma's Native American ballerinas have become internationally famous? This is not a question people would expect from Oklahoma. How many of Oklahoma's Native American ballerinas have become internationally famous? And Avery won again. Points for anyone who can name them. A point for anyone who can name them for each name. And I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that part. So we're just going to go ahead and put the minute timer up. This is just kind of a little extra side. If you can name any of them, you get a point for each name. And Avery got it. Avery got all of them. So that is 5 points for Avery. The world's first what was installed in Oklahoma City on July 16th, 1935. The world's first what was installed in Oklahoma City, July 16th, 1935.
Love it.
And Avery's got it with parking meter. The first town in the state to have electricity. The first town in Oklahoma to have electricity. The first town in Oklahoma to have electricity. We'll have some multiple answer questions, more of them along the way.
Something that's cool about this city is that on I-44, they have a overpass, like a bridge, and on top of that bridge, they have a McDonald's. It goes right over the highway, so that's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, it's not Oklahoma City. Thanks for Mike for playing. Feel free to jump in again whenever you want. We'll be here for a minute. Yeah, we have an office building like that in downtown Atlanta, and it's by Grady Hospital, so they call it the Grady Curve.
No.
But the downtown connector does this curve and then goes underneath a bridge, and there's like an office building and some other stuff on top of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Somebody came up with the plan. They want to put cover over the entire downtown connector so they can build more stuff. I doubt they'll ever do that, though.
Did they close the underground Atlanta section, like the little mall area? Did they close that?
It might be now because during the protests, the general manager of Underground Atlanta, they beat him almost to death.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So with everything going on, they may have closed it off. And you are close enough, Avery. It is Vinita. Vinita. It is also the oldest incorporated town in the state. But yeah, so it's probably closed down right now, but for the most part, it's still open.
Oh, okay.
They've actually been planning on doing a lot more things to that area.
Nice.
I think they recently sold it. So if you wear what football team memorabilia in Ada, Oklahoma, you could be jailed.
I don't even
Like I said, there's a lot of crazy laws in Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What, Danny?
I said, I don't even understand that one. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. There's a lot of these I don't even know.
There were a lot of crazy ones. Like, I'll do this one next. This one was really crazy. If you wear this team's memorabilia in Ada, Oklahoma, you could be jailed. The answer to the last one was Veneta.
OSU.
No, professional football team. OSU is Ohio State.
Hey,
There's only one OSU. It's Ohio State.
come on now.
It's weird, too, because we have a KSU down here, and there's a KSU back home. It's Kent State.
Right.
And Kent State is also more internationally known because of sad things that happened there. But Kent State, or there's a place down here called Kennesaw State, and it used to be just a little community college, and now it's a state university.
Right.
And this is a professional football team. If you wear their memorabilia in Ada, Oklahoma, you could be jailed.
NFL. It's crazy. Bro.
Were they AFL at all? I think they were AFL at one time, weren't they?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
They're AFC now.
Browns. Yeah, I know the Browns play them. Pittsburgh probably pays them too. Or maybe I'm thinking of one on the other side of the state.
While you're talking about
Not the Cowboys.
I guess I could add a question after you're done with this one. Pop culture question.
Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, if you wear this professional football team stuff in Ada, Oklahoma, you could be jailed. Feel free to just start popping teams out into the chat if you don't know. They're actually not anywhere near Oklahoma.
Nope.
My
guess is that the mayor of this town at some point did not like this football team.
Clemson.
NFL. Clemson.
Not Houston, not Texans. It's not even a Southern team. And I'm not sure where they're located in that state. Are they on the east side or the west side?
They're actually not even in the state that has the name.
Okay, this is the one that plays in the other state.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
Yeah, okay, this is the one that plays in the other state.
Yeah. Can we give a hint?
Imagine that the stadium is temporarily closed. Well, at least Amy should know this, being from that general area, somewhat. Amy's got it. Jets.
Steelers.
All right, good.
Steelers.
The Jets play in MetLife Stadium, which is actually in New Jersey.
Right.
But for some reason, you are not allowed to wear New York Jets stuff in Ada, Oklahoma. And what was your question?
I do at my school.
My question, since we're on the city of Ada, Oklahoma, is what famous country music singer was born in Ada, Oklahoma, which now he lives in Tishomingo, Oklahoma?
I'm going back to Indiana.
Indiana.
No, not Indiana.
I do not know the answer to this. I
You
have an
don't know?
idea. I know who was born in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Well, I know who was born in Oklahoma. I just don't know where.
Right.
Ow, ow, ow. My eye hurts.
Avery got it.
That's who I was thinking.
Blake Shelton. Yes, sir.
True or false? We're going to do a true or false. Whaling is not illegal in the state of Oklahoma. True or false? Whaling is not illegal in the state of Oklahoma.
Do you know what whaling is? Because I don't have a clue.
I think it has to do with whales.
Whales? That's crazy.
Yeah, it does. It is. Whaling is, I think, the hunting of whales.
Hunting of whales in Oklahoma. Some of these laws make our state look crazy, man.
You're not supposed to help them out with the answers. Amy got that one.
Jeez.
Yes, it's the practice or industry of hunting and killing whales.
What the heck?
So whaling is illegal in the state of California. So Amy got that with false. And here is another crazy law. In what city may you not open a soda bottle without the supervision of a licensed engineer? In what city may you not open a soda bottle without the supervision of a licensed engineer?
Oh crap, I know how to open a soda bottle and I do it. Oh crap.
If I would have got caught, man, I'd be in jail. I've done that several times.
I've done that several
I'm sure you and everybody else.
Dad, I've done that several times too.
You've opened a soda bottle?
Like almost more than 10 times.
More than 10 times?
Oh.
And Avery got that with Tulsa. Yeah, they went through and took a lot of our weird laws off the books. We had one here at one point that the only vehicle that was actually allowed to run a red light, and if you hit them, it was still your fault.
What the hell?
Was a mail truck. Yeah, a mail truck was allowed to go through a red light, and if you hit them or they hit you, it was your fault because they had the right of way. It was an old law. And the ambulance and fire truck and all that with their sirens, they're asking permission for the right of way, according to this law.
Man.
So if they hit you, it's their fault. But if you hit the mail truck or the mail truck hits you, it's your fault.
Yeah. I expect this kind of crazy stuff from Tulsa. Tulsa and Oklahoma City are kind of like, I don't know, rivals almost in a sense.
How far are they apart?
About an hour and a half. There's a turnpike.
That's not much.
Now there's a turnpike, a section of Interstate 44. It's called the Turner Turnpike. It separates Oklahoma City from Tulsa. It's not that far at all now.
Yeah. All right, Oklahoma was the setting for which movie? Oklahoma was the setting for which movie? And we are going to narrow it down and give you a star of the movie. And I am actually going to look this up because I want to give you a different star than what I have listed.
No, okay.
I'm just verifying that I remember. Yeah, Bill Pullman was in this movie. Because Bill Pullman is in everything, but I think he only had one that was set in Oklahoma. It's probably the most famous movie that was set in Oklahoma. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm trying to lose my voice today. But Oklahoma was the setting for this movie starring Bill Pullman. And I'm guessing probably the most famous movie in Oklahoma. And Amy gets it with Twister. Also had Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
And Jamie. What was her name?
I don't. Jamie. Is it Jamie Lee Curtis? Jamie Lee Curtis?
I think. No, I think it was Jamie Gertz. She was an '80s actress.
Oh, okay.
With the dark hair. She played Bill Pullman's ex-wife, or no, Bill Pullman's current girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Far and Away was set here. Some of that movie was set here as well. If you remember that one with Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, it was about the land run.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. Which nationally known cowboy, as the star of radio programs, Broadway plays, 71 movies in the 20s and 30s, and a featured columnist writing more than 4,000 syndicated articles, was born on a large ranch in the Cherokee Nation that is today called Ulaga, Oklahoma. Did I pronounce that right?
Ulaga, yeah.
Okay. Nationally known cowboy is the star of radio programs, Broadway plays, 71 movies in the 20s and 30s, featured columnist writing more than 4,000 syndicated articles, was born in a large ranch in the Cherokee Nation that is today Ulaga, Oklahoma. And Avery gets it with Will Rogers. Will Rogers. In Bristow, Oklahoma, it is against the law to serve what to a customer in a restaurant unless one peanut in a shell is also served. In Bristow, Oklahoma, it is against the law to serve what to a customer in a restaurant unless one peanut in a shell is also served. Something tells me they no longer do this.
Yeah.
Hey, Bam. Welcome. I hope you are doing well today. It looks like you sent all your crazy weather down to Mike. And Avery gets it with water. In Bristow, Oklahoma, it is against the law to serve water to a customer in a restaurant unless one peanut in a shell is also served. The consequences for this serious offense can result in a fine of up to $5.
$5.
When that was a law, that might have been a lot of money.
Yeah.
If you play catch in the streets of this city, you are breaking the law. Good morning, Pam. If you play catch in the streets of this city, you are breaking the law. If you play catch in the streets of this city, you are breaking the law. Is that a large city, small city, or a medium city?
I think it's like a small city.
Yeah, it's smaller. It's the closest big city to it is Tulsa.
Okay. Avery's got it with Bartlesville.
Yeah. Here in Oklahoma, that would probably be considered a medium city, I would say.
Okay.
The two big ones are Oklahoma City and Tulsa, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of Bartlesville, but not enough that I would know where it is or anything like that.
Right.
Per square mile, Oklahoma has the most what of all the United States states? Per square mile, Oklahoma has the most what of all the U.S. states? Ow, ow, ow. Sorry, I just stubbed my toe. That hurt.
That stinks.
Yeah, my toe's messed up and I just hit it on something that's under my desk that I usually put my feet on when I'm working.
Right.
Because I'm usually angled in the other direction. And Avery's got it with tornadoes. Per square mile, Oklahoma has the most tornadoes of all the U.S. states.
Now, that's why it's so crazy that you guys are getting them down there.
It's hurricane season.
Yep.
Normal. Ow, that hurt. Okay. Sylvan N. Goldman. Sylvan N. Goldman of the Humpty Dumpty stores and standard food markets invented the first what so that people could buy more in a single visit to the grocery store? Sylvan N. Goldman of Humpty Dumpty stores and standard food markets invented the first what so that people could buy more in a single visit to the grocery store? And he unveiled this creation on my birthday in 1937, but I wasn't here yet. Which was June 4th, 1937. From Humpty Dumpty stores and standard food markets. And Avery gets it with grocery cart or shopping cart. Boise City, Oklahoma. Boise City, Oklahoma was the only city in the United States to have this happen during World War II. What happened? Boise City, Oklahoma was the only city in the United States to have this happen during World War II. I said I wasn't born in 37, Mike. I'm a little younger than that. Boise City, Oklahoma was the only city in the United States to have this happen during World War II. What happened? I want to look this up more to see exactly what happened and why they did this.
Right.
Did you hear about this?
I haven't until I read it in your question. That's crazy.
I bring about the knowledge. And Avery gets it with bombed. On July 5th, 1943, at approximately 12:30 a.m., a B-17 bomber based at Dalhart Army Air Base, 50 miles to the south of Boise City, dropped 6 practice bombs on the sleeping town. I'm going to assume by practice bombs, that means that we didn't actually blow up the town.
Right. Dalhart is actually in Texas.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you said Dalhart, right? Dalhart.
Right.
Yeah, that's in the Texas Panhandle.
Okay, so Texas was going after Oklahoma.
That I just saw 3 big ones.
Let's see.
Boise City would be a good leeway into that next question that you had.
Which one?
The one about something about the 4 states
Let me find that one.
What about what county? I just zoomed over it. I have to find it again.
Yeah, my organization is not great.
See if I can find it again. What? Can you get them?
While you're looking for that, how about a true or false?
Sounds good.
Oklahoma has alligators. True or false? Oklahoma has alligators. True or false?
This one I do know.
Was it the 4 states?
Yeah, it had something to do with county and then 4 states.
I found it.
Okay.
I found it. It's on the next page after this one. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to toss out answers. Not a few minutes, but at least a minute to toss out answers. Oklahoma has alligators. True or false? Mike gets that for true. Down in the far southeastern corner, bottomlands of Oklahoma on the Red Sloth. How do they pronounce that?
Spell it.
Slough.
Oh, slow.
The Red Sloth Wildlife Management Area in Micurtain County.
Right.
A few alligators have returned to a place where many more of them once lived a century ago.
See that county right there? That has, in my opinion, the prettiest and best state park in our entire state of Oklahoma, and it's called Beavers Bend State Park. That's our favorite place to go. We'll go down there with family, and we like rent a cabin and stuff, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, now you know there are alligators there too.
Yep. There's also black bear as well.
Yeah, I think bear are everywhere. We've got that here. We've got bear, we've got alligator, we've got fox, owls, barn owls, snowy owls, all kinds of stuff here.
Right.
All right, in Oklahoma's Panhandle, which county is the only one in the entire United States that touches 4 states? In Oklahoma's Panhandle, which county is the only one in the United States that touches 4 states? And I can pronounce this county because I used to work for a company that had this in their name. They were based in Virginia, though. And this is going to be a 2-parter question. And they do this in about a 2-mile span.
Oh, there you go. I found it now. See, the reason I was saying this one would be good to go back with that one earlier about Boise City is I think Boise City is in this county.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Avery gets that with Cimarron. Now, I need you guys to name all 4 states that it touches on one line. You have to have all 4 states to get the answer correct. So Cimarron County touches 4 states in about 2 miles. Which 4 states? I don't think I realized Oklahoma was that far west.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At least the panhandle part.
Right.
Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, and Kansas.
Oh,
Colorado,
cool.
New Mexico, Texas, and Kansas. Avery gets that.
Mike was right on his tail, though.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Mike's been on his tail.
Yeah.
What is the Oklahoma State butterfly? Since we asked that question in every show. What is the Oklahoma State butterfly? The Oklahoma State butterfly is what? Mark that off. And Avery gets it with black swallowtail. The Texas Parks and Wildlife Department confirms that a 3-foot what was found on the beach near Lowe's Highport Marina on Labor Day. And I'm assuming that this borders Oklahoma because, and kind of goes back and forth. Texas Parks and Wildlife Department confirms that a 3-foot what was found on the beach near Lowe's Highport Marina on Labor Day.
Yeah, they have a lake that is partly in Oklahoma and partly in Texas. So the two states share the one lake.
Yeah, I kind of figured that from the name of the lake.
Right.
That was the original. Okay, my Texas Park and Wildlife Department confirms that a 3-foot what was found on the beach near Lowe's Highport Marina on Labor Day. And Amy's got it with shark, specifically a sand shark. It was in Lake Texoma.
Do you remember Dennis Rodman?
Yeah.
Basketball player. Yeah, people still say they see him down there all the time. Because I think he might actually still live in Oklahoma because he went to college here in Oklahoma as well.
I think, didn't Prince Charming Dev go to college there too?
Yeah, Dev is from Midwest City, which is about 20 minutes straight east on Interstate 40 from where we're at.
Okay.
Like we're just west of Oklahoma City, and Dev is from a city that's just east of downtown Oklahoma City. So
one of the things I should do when I do this is actually look at a map of Oklahoma. So I'm going to do that now. Oklahoma. There we go. So right in the middle of Oklahoma. All right, the first what occurred in Oklahoma on March 25th, 1948 at Tinker Air Force Base, or involved Tinker Air Force Base. The first what occurred in Oklahoma on March 25th, 1948, when this happened at Tinker Air Force Base. And this led to what we see on the Weather Channel today, or last night. Adric is asleep. Apparently, he stayed up all night binge watching TV. There's kind of another part to this. We'll give Avery a point for tornado forecast.
Did I ban him from playing? No. There's some of these that he wouldn't know. There's some of these that I didn't know.
And don't use these things. I try to find stuff. With Oklahoma, it was a little harder, but I tried to. Amy gets the second point. I tried to go like to the kids sites because they're a little bit easier for people who might not know the state.
Right.
But I didn't find a kids site for Oklahoma. So the first tornado forecast and tornado warning occurred in Oklahoma on March 25th, 1948, when a tornado touched down at Tinker Air Force Base. Anybody know how many counties are in Oklahoma?
Good.
How many counties are in Oklahoma?
You know, whenever we have those tornado warnings here, there's like a little joke that everybody has to pull out their map to look at all the counties to see where they're at because it's crazy.
We have a joke here that you learn about all the small towns in Georgia when there's a tornado.
Right.
Because they start putting up the names of all these little towns on the screen that you've never heard of before.
Yep.
And it is 77. Yeah, I saw that, Mike. I think that was the video you sent me, was the spout. And they said it went from around Executive Airport, or not Executive, around MCO and like up the east side of downtown. That was scary. Like, maybe I don't want to move there. Oklahoma is the top manufacturer of what automobile-related item in North America? Oklahoma is the top manufacturer of what automobile-related item in North America? Oh, that's good. It was only an EF1. If you're going to have a tornado, an EF0 or an EF1 is the best to have.
Yeah. Okay.
My friend in Lakeland said they were having microbursts, which are really scary because you don't even know, you have really no warning of those. It's just poof, here, have some air. Didn't you? I thought you did. Somebody sent me a video. It might have been my friend in Lakeland. Yeah, it wasn't you. I think she sent it when I was talking to you. Yeah, she sent it. It was this, actually it was a tornado. It looks like the tornado right after it left over the water. Oklahoma is the top manufacturer of what automobile-related item in North America? It is something that goes on the automobile. And I can't think of a single automobile that doesn't have it. But it does go on other things other than automobiles as well. So every single automobile is going to have this, along with some other things. Lawnmowers, boat trailers, other trailers, bicycles, unicycles. Avery gets it with tire. How many Native American languages are spoken in Oklahoma? How many Native American languages are spoken in Oklahoma?
Oh, stop. Hold on, Landon. That's leaking. Put it down. Oh, man. Get the bag with the Pringles. It's not leaking.
Let's see here. Trying to find some more crazy laws. Oh, there's a page we haven't visited yet. Avery's got it with 25. 25 Native American spoken languages spoken in Oklahoma. In Clinton, Oklahoma, molesting what inanimate object is illegal? In Clinton, Oklahoma, molesting what inanimate object is illegal? And to narrow it down, we had a question previously with this in the question, not very long ago.
No, just one at a time, Landon.
Okay, Mike. Thank you for stopping by and playing. I'm assuming you're still going to sit here and listen, but Avery gets it for car. Car. What National Hall of Fame is located in Oklahoma City? What National Hall of Fame is located in Oklahoma City? That's interesting. I wonder about the ones in Ohio.
Come over here, and I'll grab it.
I used to know a lot more about the tribes in Ohio.
Here, okay.
When
And
I
a lot of the... Go ahead.
I take the boys here to this place, and I'll make them. We normally go on Christmas break, and I'll make them like bingo cards, for Landon. He has to actually like find the things that are on the card just to make it more interesting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. And Avery gets it with cowboy.
Can you get in the bag and
It's a great museum, though. It really is.
that bottle?
I bet it would be.
Yeah, it's cool.
Do you want to go ahead and do a point update? Because I think we only have about 10 more minutes.
Avery is got 28, and Mike has 6, and Amy has 7.
Okay.
So
It already has 2 bags.
No, but it's still leaking.
What is the state's nickname? What is the state's nickname? How am I writing all over my hands? What is the state's nickname?
Does that bag have anything special in it? That one have anything?
they do have the softball Hall of Fame here as well. Avery's right on that. This is Oklahoma City is where they have the College World Series for softball every year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That did not come up in my question, honey. That would have been a good question. And Avery's got it for the Sooner State. Now, how did it get that nickname?
Yeah, just think.
How did it get that nickname?
Put it underneath it. Put the bag underneath
Hey, big Disney fan, welcome.
Hello, Keith.
What'd you say, Danny?
those bags.
I said Sooner State is just about the opposite of us. We don't like the Sooners at all.
Like a blanket, wrap it. Put those bags and set the bag on top.
So how did the state get the nickname of the Sooner State?
I can't.
You want to come sit in on this? All right. I'll be right back. I got to go help Landon bring in the groceries real fast.
All right, have fun.
It'll be like 5 seconds.
All right. What about the settlers, Avery? It was more than just settlers. How did Oklahoma get its nickname?
Was that some kind of sauce or something?
Did the settlers do something? Were the settlers something? How did they affect the nickname the Sooner State?
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by. You have a great day, big Disney fan. And Avery gets that point. Originally, the state of Oklahoma was set aside for the exclusive use of the Indians and was called Indian Territory. However, in 1889, the land was open to settlers in what became known as the Oklahoma Land Rush. On the first opening day, on April 22nd, 1889, 50,000 people swarmed into the area. Those who tried to beat the noon starting gun were called Sooners, and that's where the nickname came from. Musician Bob Dunn. Hey, Tina, welcome. Musician Bob Dunn from Beggs, Oklahoma, invented what? Musician Bob Dunn from Beggs, Oklahoma, invented what? And this was in 1935.
That one was hot water too.
Yeah, hot water is good. Hot water helps make it not stick.
Musician Bob Dunn from Beggs, Oklahoma, invented the first what in 1935? Avery now has 2 extra points.
Okay.
And Bob Dunn invented the first electric guitar. What was Oklahoma's first capital city before popular vote moved it to Oklahoma City? What was the first capital city before popular vote moved it to Oklahoma City?
What the capital city?
Yes, you do.
What is it? What's the capital
The
city?
state capital.
Oh,
Goofball.
it's Montemore City.
And Avery gets that with Guthrie.
Hey, Tina.
Oh, okay, this was thrown out there a little bit earlier, sort of, but a different city. This country music star was born in Tulsa, but grew up in Yukon, Oklahoma. This country singer was born in Tulsa and grew up in Yukon, Oklahoma.
Which is where we are.
Ah. Does he still live there?
Yeah.
He has a house up by Tulsa in a town called Owasso, but he also has his house. I think he spends most of his time in Nashville now, though. I know his
Yeah, that makes sense.
his daughters went to high school in Owasso, which is right outside of Tulsa. So
Okay. Thanks, Mike. And Avery gets out with Garth Brooks.
Are you okay?
Okay, this is the page with a lot of the crazy laws on it.
I think Garth was actually one of the track coaches there at the high school as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he did track. I don't know if you know, but he did track at Oklahoma State.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
It is against the law to take a bite out of another person's what? It is specifically against the law to take a bite out of another person's what?
I would never do that.
And it is a food item. It is against the law to take a bite out of another person's what? Food item.
Mac and cheese.
Oh.
What do you think, Danny?
What's your mac and cheese?
Who should we give that to?
Oh, well, let's give them both a point.
All right. One to Tina and one to Avery because a burger technically is a sandwich. And it is hamburger.
Avery's not hurting on points right now.
This is true. Couple more questions and then we'll call it. Having what item in the back of cars is illegal? Having what item in the back of a car is illegal? You're welcome, Tina. I appreciate you stopping by to play. Having what item in the back of a car is illegal? Think of things that you usually see. A lawnmower. Can you fit a lawnmower in the back of a car? The back seat of a car. Think of things that you usually see in the back window of a four-door sedan of an older person. Or at least you do back home for where I come from. That's fine, Tina. You're allowed to deal with things. I appreciate you coming. This item is multiple smaller items inside of a box. And the box is yay big, that tall maybe. Or the box could be this big and that tall. It's not kids. It's not a walker, a toolbox, or a dog. Yeah, they come in boxes, rectangular boxes, about yay big. Mike's got it. Tissues. Tissues in the back of cars are illegal.
Man, we break so many laws around here.
I know, so lawless.
Funny.
You can't have Kleenex in the back seat, man.
Oklahoma is one of the only 2 states whose capital cities' names include the state name. What is the other state?
Oh.
Ooh, we stumped Avery. Oklahoma is one of the only 2 states whose capital cities' names includes the state name. Yeah, it's tissues. What is the other state?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Tina, you've missed it. We have a lot of crazy laws. What were some of the others? Molesting a car is illegal.
Have you asked the one about what the one about women? Have you asked that one?
The gambling one?
Yeah.
No. I kind of skipped over that. I think that's not,
Yeah.
we'll not do that one today.
What about peanut in the water? That was crazy.
Yeah, you're only allowed to serve water if in a restaurant if you serve a peanut in a shell.
It's illegal to play catch.
This is making me want
In the street.
It's making you want to move somewhere else. You afraid you do anything, the police are gonna come?
Oh, you're not allowed to open a soda bottle without an engineer on hand to watch over you?
Oh yeah.
And Avery gets out with Indianapolis, Indiana. If you make an ugly face at what? You could be fined or jailed. And there's another funny law after this one, and then we'll call it. If you make an ugly face at what? You could be fined or jailed. And this is an animal. We're looking for the type of animal. Tina, we've also found out that Oklahoma has sharks and alligators.
Some really good questions on here.
It is also illegal to wear your boots to bed.
Really?
I don't know why anybody would do that, but... And Avery gets us with dog. And our last question. It is illegal to carry this on a public bus in Oklahoma. It is illegal to carry this on a public bus in Oklahoma. This is a pet that sits on a desk. That's your clue. It is a pet that sits on your desk. See, and while we're doing that, it is also unlawful to put any hypnotized person in a display window. Women may not gamble in the nude in lingerie or while wearing a towel. Let's see here. It's illegal to read a comic book while driving a car, which really should be illegal anywhere. And Mike gets this one. Mike wins this one. It is illegal to carry a fishbowl of fish on a public bus in Oklahoma. Let's see, what other crazy laws are on here that we've missed? It is mandatory that you must tether your car outside a public building. The state of Oklahoma forbids women from doing their own hair without having a license. Dogs who want to congregate in groups of 3 or more on private property must have a permit signed by the mayor. There's a lot of crazy laws in Oklahoma. I don't think I've seen this many crazy laws in a state in a long time.
I don't think I've heard of this many laws.
No.
No. 15 laws.
All right. That's cool, Mike. All right, go ahead and read the final scores.
All right. Amy had 7. Mike had 8. Tina Marie had 1. Avery had 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 37.
Wow.
Yeah.
Avery stole the show. Avery, what would you like for our next subject to be for trivia? I am not 100% sure when the next show will be. I may be doing some rearranging. I will announce that on a live later on this week. School is starting and I have some other things to do. All right, Tina, I'll see you on your stream. Have fun. I have some other things to do that involve time as well. So my schedule's getting a little crazy. I may be changing the date and time of the show. I will definitely let everyone know. Yeah, I've seen that law, Mike, before in other states. Similar laws such as that. But Avery, as the winner, you get to choose the subject, the state subject. You're picking New York? Does that mean you're picking the New York state for the trivia next week? Could we be going up north? Back up north? Northeast? So our next subject will be New York. New York is interesting because it's so different depending on where you are in the state. And it's such a polarizing difference from one side to the other. All right. If I change the schedule of the show this week, I will let everyone know in a live. I'll be also going live periodically through the week with my driving lives a lot more often as I have wanderings to do. And does anybody else have a live that they would like to advertise? Tina is going live right after this, so we need to all go over and catch Tina. I think she's doing Harry Potter trivia. Amy, do you have any lives happening today? Danny, when's your next live?
Next live is Wednesday. We have one at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then we have our weekly trivia at 11 Eastern as well.
I wish I could stay up for that. That's one of the things that I work 10-hour shifts, but with breaks and everything, it's like 12 hours
Right.
that I'm working.
And I think,
and I have to.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying I had to get up at 6 a.m. So, but everybody subscribe and and hit the bell for Amy so you can be notified of her pop-up lives. So Diz Our Dream is doing Nerd Talk at 4. And Tina is doing a cupcake thing at 7. And what were you going to say, Danny?
Just with our trivia over on our Facebook group, which is Griswold Family Vacay Traveling with Kids, I put a poll up each week and let everyone vote on what the topic's going to be. And this week so far, American Geography is winning. So that is looking like what's going to be the topic for this next Wednesday.
Okay, when we're done, when the stream closes out, go ahead and put the link in the comments to your Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If you wait till the stream closes out and put it in the comments, then it'll be easier to find for anybody who stops by. Pete has a phone interview at 8. Is he being interviewed or is he interviewing someone? I'm guessing that's Pete McDevitt. And then Monarch Moments, of course, has their show at 9 tonight.
Oh, okay.
There's crazy things happening outside. All right, everybody. I appreciate your help, Danny, with the stream.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for stopping by. No, thank everybody else for stopping by and playing and visiting. And thank you, Avery, for New York next week. Oh, a fun interview. So is he being interviewed, though, or is he interviewing? It's like somebody's like revving their engine out front. Okay, well, I hope everyone has a wonderful Sunday. You got out of trouble. What did I do? I did weird things with the chat window.
I'm not saying any trouble.
You better.
Everybody head on over to Tina Marie, and I will talk to you guys later. Be well, everybody.